What's up, guys? Hello, Zaz Vlog. Today we up in this thing with DJ Hoops, and we react to the Bob Streams. Kid got caught after he bought this story time. So I like Bob Streams because that's who inspired me to do my story time. So let's get up into this. Nothing father said.
Sir.
Okay, so I gotta be honest here when I say this, and I'm not even joking. Like, this is like a trigger warning in a sense. If you guys are not okay with talking about weapons and stuff, I would click off this video now. Just being nice, just being safe, and I know YouTube's guidelines is always in the way of things, so that's just a warning for you guys. But if you guys do want to hear the story, and this one goes kind of crazy, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. It seriously helps a lot if you guys do. And also on top of that, Devil's Tango merch is still down below, so make sure you guys go check that out as well. Now, one thing I figured out over the years is that there's a lot of school shootings nowadays, and the school shootings have been like an all-time high for some reason, and I don't get why people do this. And I think I've said this in another video: don't bring weapons to school. Okay, it's just not it. Like, there's no flex in bringing a weapon to school. There isn't. And today's story is kind of goes along with it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to another crazy story. So today's story actually goes back from when I was in high school. You see, I remember back in high school, I went to like this really sketchy school where basically gangsters and being a part of a gang was considered a flex. I don't know why being gangster in a way is considered cool in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm gonna be honest, my only focus back in high school was just basically getting good grades and getting the hell out of there. But apparently for some reason kids thought dealing drugs and doing the Devil's Tango and holding weapons was considered a flex. Now, I'm gonna be honest, back in high school, I remember there was this one group of people in my school. They were like the wannabe gang kids, and I'm serious. Like, they would go to like the nearest drugstore and literally just like start stealing candy. Like, they would literally be considered like thieves, and well, as they wanted to be called, gangsters. Now, you guys are probably wondering like, oh, what does this have to do with you? Like, why are you part of the story? Well, you see, I remember one time back in high school, I was kind of just chilling around doing my own thing, and I had this PE class. And in PE, obviously you had to go to the locker room, you had to change and all this stuff. And I remember I went to go do the exact thing, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was a little late for class because, well, I was eating lunch. Yeah, I know it's not an excuse to be late for class because you were eating, but let's be real here. When you get a fat pizza, okay, and you don't feel like moving after because of all that grease in it, it doesn't help. But I remember like me heading for my PE class, and I went to the change room. And when I went to the change room, I'm not gonna lie to you, as I was getting changed and I opened a random locker to obviously put my bag and stuff into it, something fell on the ground. Now, I remember looking at the ground and I saw something shaped like a, well, I can't say the thing, but you guys know what it is. A gun, a weapon. Okay, we're gonna call it a weapon for this video. And yeah, I saw a weapon fall on the ground. Now, at first I was really scared because
Like, I'll just stop it here. What do you think about it? Since this is your video, I'm gonna like let you start. What you think?
So,
All right, I told you to
respectfully,
put that.
pause. Respectfully, but this is just like, like, you open your locker and like a gun like drops out, because like that's just crazy. Because
I mean,
I don't really know what to say about it, because it's just crazy to me.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more common nowadays because like y'all heard, I don't know, y'all probably heard about that shooting up in Michigan, I think, a couple weeks ago or like a month ago. So like it's more like common to see school shootings now, but like I'm not sure, we're not trying to get demonetized or anything or by YouTube about talking about that stuff, but uh I don't like what would you do if you like if you opened uh the locker and then that fell out of it?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, I can't. You don't need to go tell the teacher, because like, teacher probably gonna assume it's yours because it came
Yeah.
out that locker that you
hmm
was just.
I mean, you should probably just like leave it like just get away from it or like just don't even say anything about it. But like I don't know. Someone like usually they don't like keep them in the locker. They usually like keep it in their backpack. So that's just weird, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, that was like kind of like my first time seeing one on the ground of a school, and me seeing like all the trends on TikTok for some reason of people talking about, you know, how school shootings were a thing. It got me freaked out. Now, there was many things I could do in this scenario. One, I could have easily just gone to the teacher and say, hey, there's someone holding a weapon in my PE class, or I could have just, you know, done anything else that would have helped. But I remember I was so scared and so in fear that I actually ended up running away. I skipped PE class. I straight up didn't touch the weapon. I didn't do anything. I just left. Now, you guys are probably wondering like, oh, that's the dumbest thing you ever done. And I agree. It was the dumbest thing. To this day, I always think like, what could I have done better? And I remember anyways, that same day I was walking around the school. It was almost after school and I was just ready to get out of there. I went to my locker. I took my backpack and I was just about to leave. But then after that, I see this kid kind of like showing off, and I remember there was like this big group of people like basically circulating this one singular guy, and this is where I got scared because I remember this kid kind of like started walking around with his hand on his belt saying like, oh, I got a Glock, you know what I'm saying, I got a Glock in my pants, yeah. And he was basically acting like he was a gang member, and I remember looking at him, and what do you know, tucked in his pants was literally the same weapon I saw in my PE class. Now at this moment, I didn't really know what to do. I was scared and I was kind of just freaked out in a way. I don't want to say like, oh, like, it's a weapon, I'm scared. Like, no, I was just weirded out because I remember seeing that same exact thing. And the fact that he had it in a locker, just easily any person could have just taken it, was bad. It was like really bad. Anyways, I remember going home that night kind of like, you know, not wanting to go to school the next day because it was just not it. It was just not it for me. I didn't want to go to school and see that same kid because let's be real here, like when you feel unsafe, that's when you know like you gotta tell someone, you know what I mean? So I remember the next day I ended up going to school because obviously I have to, you know, you need the good grades, and I was looking around my class, and as I was looking around, I was just seeing what was going on, and I remember on the announcements I heard basically the principal going, today we'll be having a surprise assembly, please line up your classes and get ready for the assembly, thank you. At this moment I was like kind of weirded out because I was like, wait a minute, why are we having an assembly? And I remember as we like all of us were like heading towards like the assembly doors, I remember looking outside the window and I saw there was like a lot of cop cars outside, and by a lot I want to say more than like 10 of them were outside. Now this is where I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what was going on. At first I was thinking like, oh, like is he doing something with the weapon, like is something going on? Like my head was going berserk. We all got inside the assembly and basically they started playing music, doing the normal thing, but it still didn't understand why we had a bunch of cops outside. It was puzzling my brain. I was so confused to the point where I actually remember I got up and basically walked out of the assembly. Now I know you're probably thinking like, are you crazy? Like you went out there and you wanted to see what was going on? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, back in high school I was a really curious kid. I was curious of many things, and when I had the urge to go see something, I would go see it. So I walked out, I went outside and I went to go see what was going on. I went outside to the police officers and I saw what was going on. 1 minute later, I saw this kid that was holding the weapon yesterday, showing it off to a bunch of girls in school, getting arrested. His parents were there.
Sounds like I mean, like, you know, there's people that like they fake their stories, but I feel like this one seems pretty real because like when they get suspicion that someone's holding a weapon, they're gonna like hunt them down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy, bro. Mad crazy right there, bro. I don't even know.
There was a lot going on. He was surrounded. It was scary. And I remember as I was looking at the kid that was showing off his weapon through the window, he was basically looking at me and staring me down, and he was like kind of like like hitting the window saying, help me, help me, help me. And at that point, not only, you know, I guess did he get arrested in a sense, but that was also the end of his rap career. Funny enough, he was a rapper. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. So thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry if the story was getting way too intense, but that's basically it. If you guys do want to hear more, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe for more insane, intense stories. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories.
Well, that'll do it. What do you think about the video?
I think it was good, bro. I enjoyed, like I thought. And I mean, I don't know. It was just really crazy story. What you think about it?
Yeah, I feel like it's just like something that's common nowadays, like shootings and all that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for that. All right, you ready to wrap it up?
We out this thing. Close Eyes Vlogs and DJ Hoops. So yeah, peace.
Yeah, peace.